Today we're going to talk about excursions in Cabo San Lucas and some updates for our Let's Go family members who will also be on the Love Boat Cruise, leaving just a week from today, next Saturday out of Los Angeles. And then I've got some updates for you on some other princess ships, as well as let's talk about what's going on with Carnival Cruise Lines. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Saturday. It's October 15th of 2022. I'm sorry you have to listen to me with a cold again. I'm really hoping it's getting better. I keep testing for COVID and it is still negative, so I thought that was good news. So first of all, last night on our live, we talked a little bit about when would be a good time for us to have just a meet up for all of our Let's Go family members who are on that cruise with us, and we think it'd be really good to do it on the first day. We had initially planned to do it at 2 o'clock, but we have moved it to noon. Now, I know noon is lunchtime. At 10:30 is when the meet and greet is for everyone who is part of Cruise Critic, or if you want to come, I'm sure that they would welcome you to join them. So that's at 10:30 in Take 5, the Take 5 lounge there. And so at noon, we are planning to meet in the Wakeview Bar that is aft, Deck 16, the Lido deck, and it's a large area there, so if you want to bring some lunch with you, pick it up as you come. We just thought it would be really fun to visit and say hi and let everybody meet everybody so that we know a little bit who we are, and that's why I thought it was important to do it the first day so that we can kind of know who each other are as best as we can remember, and then if someone is traveling solo and they meet someone nice, then they'll recognize them and be able to say hi to them through the rest of the cruise. And I really hope, I really think that we are going to form some lifelong friendships here, and I am very excited about it. So we're going to do that noon in the Wakeview Bar aft Deck 16. Now, another Let's Go family member thought it would be fun to meet for cocktails before dinner one evening. So would you all put in the comments below what day you think would be good to do that? I don't necessarily want to do it on a formal night, because formal nights often people have their routine. Some people get ready and then they do photos and they do dinner and then they go to the show, and so it would be hard to pick a time for that. So help me look at the schedule. I'll look at it and get back to you. But if you have any suggestions, when would be a good evening for that, pop it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. Finally, on the last night, the last formal night, I should say, sorry, it's a white and gold night. They're having a big party in the piazza, and our Let's Go family member, Steven, he had the great idea that we should do a group photo. So Steven and anyone else there, help me decide what would be a good time for that. And I even had a thought that we could do it 2 times. So those of us that could come to both, that's great. And if somebody couldn't come to both, maybe they could hit one of them. Because like I said, I know it's really hard with people who want to do photos, and I think if people are dolled up extra that evening, or whatever, if anybody wants to do photos, dinner, a show, help me figure that out, would you all? And I did have the thought that maybe we could do it right before the party in the piazza, something like that, because I think a lot of us will want to be there for that. So thanks for letting me use time on our videos, all of you, to talk to those of us who will be together on that cruise. And we are really excited. It's not a group cruise. We just happen to all have booked it. Gordon and I do have some really fun group cruises booked, so if you would like to join us, we'd love to have you, and we will do a lot more together on group cruises. Of course, people can join us as much or as little as they want than we're doing on this cruise, because it's not a group cruise, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, though, with all the Love Boat things. I think we'll hopefully bump into each other a lot. I think it's going to be great. So just putting that out there. And then I also wanted to share with you what we have decided to do for our excursion in Cabo San Lucas, and there's a reason to it. So I told you that we finally are so hopeful that Gordon can come that we went ahead and booked some excursions, not last night, but the night before. And then last night, Gordon, as we were just relaxing, brought up the video that we put up when we went to Cabo last year, and it reminded me how much fun it was to go out on a boat, jump in the water. Gordon snorkeled and I just swam around because I can't stand the thought of putting my face in water and trying to breathe at the same time. So anyway, I just like to swim around. So anyway, we had the best day. I looked at that video and my soul needs to get in that warm water again. I just need that. And so the excursion that we had booked didn't have that. So we were trying to figure out what to do, and all of the princess excursions are, they're all sold out. So you're not going to do it that way. And so I know that you can get off at the port and go find something often in these places, but I really like to plan ahead when I can. And so Dream Vacations that I'm associated with, they are partner with a shore excursion company, and we have done their excursions in other places. I have not done this one, putting that out there, have not done it, but I've had such excellent success with the ones that we have done that I thought, let's take a look and try this. So they have one that's called snorkeling at Pelican Rock, and so we signed up for it. And the way that it works is they, first of all, you're just going to take your tender as usual. And the reason I'm telling you this is if you want to do it, I'll have the link below. Full disclosure, I get an eensy weensy teeny tiny commission if you book it through there. So if you don't book it through there, I know it's okay, but I feel like I should tell you that. But that's not why I booked it. I was just looking for what I could do. So anyway, you just take your tender in, and if you've not been to Cabo before, it's always a tender port on these big ships, and they have a dock there that they always use for the tender ports. You pull in, you get off, you just walk down the little dock, the gangway. Well, it's not a gangway, sorry, it is a dock. And then you turn right and walk along the marina just a little ways, and then you come to a place, it's called Esperanza Tours. So if you want to look them up separate, we did look them up separate, and they have 4.4 stars overall. And all of the recent ones are 5 stars. And I even made Gordon call them because one of the reviews said that, hey, they make you wear life vests in the water even when you're trying to snorkel. And Gordon was like, that's not going to go too smooth. So he called him up and they said, no, you don't have to wear the life vest in the water while you're trying to snorkel. You have a life vest assigned to you because that's a rule, but that you do not need to wear it when you're snorkeling. And so anyway, so we called, double checked. They look like they're a good tour company, so if you want to consider that one separate, of course you can. But what they do is you just walk down there, then they're going to put you on a glass bottom boat, as they call it, and so that you can see the water underneath you. And then they're going to take you out and show you the arch there and a sea lion colony. And then they're going to bring you right to Pelican Rock, which if you look at our video that we put up about Cabo, I'll have Gordon link that below. When we were sailing around on the last time we went, I was like, look at that rock. He pointed that out that I had noticed it. So they take you right there. It is really close to the marina. This is not a place that I am worried at all about getting back to the ship on time. It's it's like 3 hours long excursion. I'm not worried about having that problem at all. For one thing, if you're there and they get broken down, there's all these water taxis going back and forth between the beach that's right there by the arch and the marina. So there are lots of ways to get back if something happens, if the boat breaks down. So see, I worry about everything. So anyway, that's what they do. Then they say when you get, then if the weather is permitting, they'll take you to a little beach there that you can relax a little bit, give you a sandwich, snack, whatever. And then when it's done, they'll take you back and then they'll show you where you can shop there a little bit in Cabo if you want to. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know that there's anything that I need to buy there. We'll probably just head back to the tender and head back to the ship at that point. But it was just a way that I found out that we could easily get to go snorkeling and swimming. So I felt like I should tell you that if you're as late as we are and committing to your excursions and what you want to do is sold out, that's a really good option. They have some other ones on that website there. And the way you do it is across the top, there's one that says Shore Excursions. You click on that. Once you go on, follow the link that'll be in the box under this. Just click Shore Excursions, and then they literally have you put in like your sailing date, the ship that you'll be on, and then it brings up so it knows what's going on the day that you're going to be in port and what you can book. So they have other options there, and then you can also do TripAdvisor or Viator and look at anything else there you want to. I'm just throwing that out there because I decided so late that we needed to go swimming there. So I hope that if you have any questions about that, you can put it in the comments below. Now, another thing that yesterday I had mentioned that we've got Let's Go family member who is on the Island Princess right now, and he mentioned that for the first time in Sabatini's, which is a specialty restaurant, it's usually $29 for dinner, that they were going to have a pub lunch there. That means that anybody on the ship can go enjoy lunch there without having to pay the charge for a specialty dining. And that they said that they were going to have Alfredos. And so we were not sure, in talking about it, I wasn't sure if they would have the Alfredos menu or the Gigi's menu, which is, the Gigi's is what there is on some of the newer ships with Princess. I know that they have it on, gosh, I want to say I know they have it on the Sky Princess and the Discovery Princess. But anyway, he was kind enough to send me a quick email back and let us know that it was the Alfredos menu they had. And that is just splendid. When you get to go, you get to see the specialty restaurant and experience it a little bit without having to pay. And so I wanted to let you all know about that. And then we have some other Let's Go family members who did that Northern Lights cruise before COVID, like they did it in the fall of 2019. And she said, she sent me the most beautiful photos, and she said that you could just see them with the naked eye when they were there. So I think it depends a little bit clearly on how vivid the lights are, on what you can see. Like I said, I need to learn some more about that. So if any of you want to come on that cruise, let me know. We have the best people going, and it's not a huge group, so you don't have to worry about that. But we're going to have a splendid time. It's round trip out of Southampton. It's 14 days. It's going to be glorious. So that's October 4th of 2023. But I really appreciated her letting us know that when they were able to see the Northern Lights, they were able to just see them with the naked eye. And like I said, she has beautiful photos. Now, the other thing that has been on my mind a lot, and maybe some of you, this is a discussion for us all. So 2 things have come up recently about Carnival Cruise Lines, not Carnival Corporation, Carnival Cruise Lines. The first one is that, interestingly enough, we are always hearing about people who are called, lounge hogs, chair hogs, that get up really early in the morning, go put their towel and maybe a bag or something on a lounge chair by the pool to make it look like someone is sitting there. And then hours go by before anyone comes. But in the meantime, nobody else can use that lounger. And so Carnival, I guess, has had enough of that. And from what I've read about it, it seems like this has always been the case, but they are going to start to implement it more. Apparently, they're going to have the crew now pay more attention to loungers that seem like they are vacant for a long time, but have the towel on them and maybe something else to make them look like they're being used. And if they notice this for like a half an hour or more, they're going to put a little sticker or a little piece of tape, something. They didn't say what. They said, we'll have to see. So those of you that are going to be on Carnival soon will have to let us know if you notice this anywhere. But they're going to put a little something there with your stuff to note the time. And if 40 minutes goes by and you're not back, then they're just going to take your belongings for safekeeping. They'll have it there, I'm sure, right there in the pool area and the crew area where it's safe. And then they're going to open the lounger up so other people can use it. So that was... what do y'all think about that? I think it's a great idea. I think, and this is why, because so often Gordon and I will go look for somewhere to sit by the pool or even like in a little shaded area, and people will have their towels there and nobody comes for the longest time. And so I think that if you're there enjoying it and then you're going to go in and have lunch and a nap or whatever, don't leave your towel there. Move it and let somebody else enjoy that space for a while. But let me know what you think. Now, the other thing that's going on with Carnival, and we have talked here last week, we talked about their stock price for Carnival corporations. None of the cruise line stocks are doing remarkably well right now. They're all having a hard time. But Carnival Corporation, yesterday I think it was around $7.30 a share, which is low. And so in conjunction with that, though, Carnival, we noticed, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they announced some cruises that were very, very, very inexpensive, like $26 a day. And on the day before yesterday, Thursday, they announced another bunch of cruises that they are going to have people sail on that are remarkably inexpensive. So let me tell you what those are really quick. And if you have been if you're someone that just has some extra time, you're retired, or you have vacation time you need to use up, like this is a really great idea. Or if you were wanting to try Carnival, this is really great because they have some cruises out of like California there, like Los Angeles, Long Beach right there. They also have cruises out of Florida that are on sale. And first of all, let me tell you, they are all for the interior cabins, and they are for the base rate. It does not include your drinks, your gratuities, anything. It is just to get to go on that cruise, which, by the way, that means that all of your food is included. And I know that like that means that you get to drink water. You can have, they always have coffee at the buffet on Princess. I think they surely do, just regular black coffee, not specialty coffee at the buffet, so that you can have that. But and they always have iced tea too, so I don't know. Somebody that cruises Carnival a lot, put it in the comments if you get that. But anyway, all your food is included, so you really could go on that cruise for no more money. So, and that's the base fare. It does not include the port fees and taxes, which are usually not terribly expensive out of these ports. So I want to tell you about that. They've released 6 more of their 4-night sailings. They've got the Carnival Conquest that's going from Miami to Princess Key and Nassau, and that's on October 31st, and that's going to be $104, like for all 4 nights. That means $26 a night, you guys. The next one is Carnival, the Carnival Conquest also. They're going to sail from Miami to Half Moon Key and Nassau, leaving on November 14th and November 28th. Those are going to be $109 for the first and $104 for the whole cruise for the second. Carnival Liberty sailing October 31st and November 14th. That's out of Port Canaveral to Nassau and Princess Key, which how fun it is to get to go to a private island, you guys, for $26 a day. And then they've also got the Carnival Liberty is also going to have October 24th, November 7th, December 5th, and December 12th, and that's going to be for $134, which is just $34.70 a night. Sorry, $34.50 or $34.75 a night. They just have several right now, and then the one that is out of Los Angeles, let me tell you that one really quick. Let's see. It's going to be a 4-night sailing from the West Coast out of Los Angeles to Mexico, $33.50 a day. $33.50 a day, and there are lots of sale dates with that one. It's on the Carnival Radiance, so if you have time, like, you should go. I wish I had time. Right now, Gordon and I are all booked up solid, as you've probably heard, and so we can't go right now, but that would be splendid. And if they keep having these great fairs, we surely will figure out when we can slide over to Los Angeles and go on a 4-day sailing. I think that would be a lot of fun. So number one, I wanted to make you all aware of this because it's a wonderful opportunity. Since when do you get a cruise for that price? But then also, 2 things, like how long do you think Carnival can keep doing this? Like I said, these are all interior spaces, but the balcony cabins are an amazing price as well. I looked them up. Excellent prices, even for a balcony, if you want a balcony. So how long do you think Carnival can keep doing this? And number 2, clearly, I think they're doing it because they figure they'll get people on board and they will spend, a bunch of money, enough to make it worth getting them on board, right? And so here's my question to you. Like, how much do you spend when you're on board? You don't have to put the number in the comments, but I would really like to know if you feel like you spend enough while you are on board the ship to make it worthwhile for whatever cruise line you sail with to get you on board. Now, I know, I'll just tell you what Gordon and I spend. We always buy a soda package. Like, I haven't been on a cruise yet that we haven't. We just always do that. And then, what else do we buy? We always buy the Wi-Fi. Of course, we pay the gratuities, and truly, I mean, that helps cover the cost of the crew, right? And so that helps because the crew's going to be there whether or not passengers are there. And then often, especially since I got my hair done last time, I can't wait to get on and have a couple of hair appointments. So I'm going to spend that money, and There's like all these gift shops, there's excursions people book, all of these things. So, and we usually book excursions. And so tell me what you think. Do you spend enough that you think it's worthwhile for them to get you on board? So that's what I've got for you today. I really appreciate all of you sticking with us. I'm really excited to hear about the cruises that you've got coming up and what you think. And I also want to know, I thought of this and forgot to say it. So has your onboard spending changed since the pandemic? Do you spend more or less than you did when you went on a cruise before the pandemic? I think that's a really funny thing to talk about as well. So, and by the way, if you were with us in our live last night, somehow I was here without a pen. So if you asked something and wanted me to follow up on it and I haven't, would you please tuck it in the comments? And I am delighted to. So I apologize about that. I'll make sure I have a pen from now on. So if you have not subscribed yet, would you please hit that subscribe button? It does indeed help us, and I think you're going to love being a part of our amazing Let's Go family. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? It actually really does help our channel out a lot. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.